This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Something changed on October 7th. Sort of like 9/11. One of those moments where the world changed. And you get the feeling that nothing will be the same. That we're never going back there. Like I always felt that after 9/11, that the world is never going back to September 10th. What things were like on September 10th. 9/11 woke people up. 9/11 jarred so many people's disillusions. 9/11 scared people. 9/11 changed the way people looked at the world. 9/11 changed the way people looked at evil. 9/11 made people who wouldn't ordinarily acknowledge the existence of evil say, yeah, evil exists, and we can't ignore it. I feel like for so many people in America and around the world, especially around the West, October 7th did that. There's been a reckoning on the left. Look, I come from the right, and I know how the right hypes up evil and propagandizes evil and uses evil, puts evil out there every day to enrage and inflame their listeners. I used to do some of that on the right. I get that. I understand that. But it's also true that the left tends to not want to acknowledge the fact that evil exists. The left tries to ignore evil. The left tries to both sides evil. The left tries to normalize evil. We're all alike. We're all the same. People have reasons and justifications for why they do what they do, why they did what they did. We're all inherently God's children, capable of good and bad, the left says. And then October 7th hits, and then 1,400 men, women, and children are raped, shot, stabbed, butchered, terrorized, slaughtered, blown up, burned to death, killed and kidnapped, terrorized and kidnapped, beheaded, mutilated, and all of it filmed. Journalists around the world yesterday were privy to, I think, about a 14 to 15 minute video compilation. Video that Hamas terrorists took of all of their atrocities on October 7th. It wasn't that 1,400 innocent men, women, and children were killed on October 7th. They were terrorized. They were butchered. They were beheaded. Young girls were raped so severely their pelvises were broken. Moms and children were tied together and burned to death. Something different. Something different happened on October 7th. Something akin to terrorists flying airplanes into buildings. There's been a reckoning on the left. The left, much of the left, not as supportive of Israel, sympathetic to the Palestinian cause, has really had to wrestle with, oh my God, Hamas did that? The ruling government of the Palestinian people did that? I spend most of my time on every single platform because I come from the right. I spend most of my time attacking the right, criticizing the right, calling the right out for the anti-democracy, pro-authoritarian mob the right in this country has become. But the left has issues. The left has problems in their house. And October 7th has brought those problems to the fore. The left has a anti-Semitism. Well, terrorism can kind of be understood and justified. From the river to the sea, Palestinian resistance problem. The left has that big old problem in their house. And the left is wrestling with that right now. Every now and then, and evil happens every day, but every now and then the world is nakedly privy to evil on a scale we don't see very often. And it shakes us, all of us, to our core. October 7th did that. Israel, we know, will not be the same. Israel will do things that the rest of the world is not used to seeing in response to what happened October 7th. But the world has changed. We're not going back to October 6th. I'm Joe Walsh. This is White Flag with Joe Walsh. Be brave. Have a good week.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.